Over the years in my restaurants, by using a technique of cooking at high temperatures on a dry pan surface, I've made light and tasty dishes of any cuisine quickly and easily. And this with just 1 or 2 pans and a blender for any dish. Alexia and I have always loved the sensuality of Morocco and its people, so with my 2-pan and a blender kit, a camera, and enthusiasm to spare, we went to Morocco, covered 10,000 kilometers over 3 months, cooked, ate, laughed, and had an unforgettable time. With these shows, we hope to inspire and motivate you to cook these dishes and discover the sensual magic of Morocco at home. We went to Essaouira, 200 kilometers south of Casablanca on the Atlantic, on 4 different occasions to make the legendary Chermoula sauce, a sauce used in most of the Moroccan fish and many of the most well-known Essaouiran seafood dishes. Essaouira, with its spectacular fortified harbor, its colorful fishing fleet, and its renowned purple sunsets, had far too many distractions for me to be able to get down to cooking. Between the musicians and the food I kept running into, or they kept running into me, I hardly had time to focus on anything else.
You're not gonna eat it, are you?
Couscous with buttermilk. Oh, come on, don't be chicken. Wonderful. Chicken shit, you gonna have some? This was the wholesale fish market of Essaouira. So I tried to buy lobster, but it didn't work. I just missed the fishermen unloading their catch. So to drown my sorrow, I started eating. Incredible, eh? Another one bites the dust, I thought, of my fried eggs English breakfast, which had followed my continental breakfast at the hotel and my Moroccan fisherman's breakfast at the port, when out of the corner of my eye, I saw my Greek island breakfast approaching. And to think, the most civilized people have barely indulged in coffee yet. These are beautiful, they're quite sour. Well, there we are. I first smelled the imminent danger, and then, with a 90 degrees turn of my head, I saw the frying fish coming at me. I asked for Chermoula sauce, but was told categorically that it was not eaten with fried fish. I was disappointed, but loved the fish anyway. This is the shark we saw yesterday in the main market. It's a little sliced up now, but look, same one. I can tell because it has the same cavities as the one last night. Yeah, esto. So we take the shark and see if they'll cook it for us. Thank God it's noon. Now I can officially get into a lunch mode and finally get some real eating done. Make us a Moroccan barbecue shark. Love it. Chermoula, eh? Ah, sable. Ouch. To make blessings for good food. Good? Ultimately, really, it's magnificent. The herbs, the spices and herbs you put on gave it a nice rounded flavor without taking away the taste of the shark. And the hot sauce, a little hot sauce. And our friend the musician. Me, Aristides. You? What's his name? Mba. Good. Nice to meet you, Mba. He's back again. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna have it for dinner as well. Lunch, dinner, breakfast. Maybe we'll have dinner. Let me pay. Boom, boom, boom. You can make a great lunch if you just take a steak from a great white shark, put on a little bit of oil with spices in it. He had basically cumin, paprika, chili, and a little ginger. And a little bit of parsley, put it in the oven, bake it, serve it with a little bit of lime and a chili sauce, and you have a Moroccan meal. Ginger. So I was right, I just left out the coriander. He's making us some king tea now. Juniper berries.
Roses. Ginseng.
Ginseng.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Cardamom. Lemon verbena. That's it, eh? Wow, this could become really big in North America. You go to your spice shop, you buy 6 different spices. I put mint in it as well. Mint too?
Mint too.
And sugar, not too much sugar. No, too much.
It's not too bad.
That's good. You do this a couple, 3 or 4 times, or 5 times, 10 times. You let it infuse for a few more minutes.
I will do it. This one.
King tea. Very, very different. Wow. I feel like a king. Give me a crown. I was still high on the lingering flavors of my virgin Essaouira and Chermoula experience when a bump by a nougat cart almost shattered my kneecaps. The nougat I was given as compensation didn't alleviate the pain, but I ate it anyway. This is a flea market. Different personas. Come inside and sell, eh? There's a pot in the pan.
الله يكرم.
Movie star.
تبرعين معك الرجل.
200 ريال.
Finally, I'd arrived at a square where I could appreciate the craftsmen making shoes out of colorful raffia without food coming at me. The meat that followed didn't exactly get my gastric juices flowing. What the fuck is that? It has a burnt smell of hair. Did you see that tongue? What is this? Lungs. For me, any time is Moroccan donut time. It's good, this thing? Yeah? In England, I'd be having high tea. I just bought myself a little crab for a dirham. Oh, look at that! In Essaouira, it's 5 o'clock crab time. Were all the guided food missiles aimed at me? The last thing I needed was another meal. However, duty calls, and I never shirk my duty. Maybe I'll even cook. I walked by this restaurant about 10 times before I even realized it was a restaurant. And a good thing I did too, because it's a gem of a restaurant in an unlikely place. It's called Laoune. Aziz and Abdelazak actually run this restaurant. They decided to go ahead and cook 2 tagines for us. So we're going to have a shrimp tagine, Moroccan style, and a lamb with prunes and almonds. And the most important thing is that I will be able to, for the first time, see Moroccan ladies cooking, even though I'm sure these are not the original dadas. Dadas, the female descendants of African slaves, hold all the secrets of the Moroccan cuisine, which they pass on to their daughters. I hope one of these ladies is such a daughter. We have Laila, Latifa. Sorry. Latifa and Fatima. For the shrimp, we have the shrimp, of course, the tomato, which will be grated. She's adding paprika, a little bit of black pepper, cumin, saffron, and salt. Argan oil. The argan tree is indigenous to Morocco. The fruit produces a full-flavored nutty oil with a pungent aroma. The same bitterness an olive has when you pick it off the tree. Ay, ay, ay. A little bit of olive oil. And chopped up parsley. Garlic. Yes, we can't forget the garlic. For about 5 minutes for the tomato. Wonderful. Basically what we have here is shrimp cooked in a typical Essaouira chermoula with tomatoes. Laila will put on the hood. For the lamb dish, the lamb has already been cooked with onions and ras al hanout, the Moroccan magic allspice top of the shop. Prunes are not raw, but they boiled with a little bit of sugar so they sweet and they soft. Unlike most places that make the lamb with prunes and almonds, and they use whole almonds. Over here they have a pureed marzipan type almond, which has orange blossom in it and cinnamon and some sugar. It's wonderfully sweet. And we have some roasted sesame seeds. Fatima is taking the pits out of the prune, and Latifa is stuffing them with the almond. See, that little mashed marzipan almond makes the difference. Prunes cover the meat. Put the roasted sesame seeds on. Okay, so now it's covered. I hope you're going to eat some food. But you have to eat because you have to say, very good. Exceptional. Really wonderful. Honestly. Very, very good. Alexia, I can't wait for you to finish filming so I can sit and eat all the food, because this filming and stopping and focusing is getting on my nerves. I want to eat now. So goodbye, everybody. I shaved, showered, changed my clothes, and made a beeline for the seafood shanties by the water. Was it the delicious shrimp with chermoula, or was it the lovely dadas? Whatever, I decided to get back on track, make chermoula sauce, and stop eating. For $8 you can have this, cooked, served with salad. This is remarkable, eh? It's a female. Hello.
Hello. I give you price. When I give you price here, give you good price, inshallah.
Put it on there. How many grams? 400. 400. Give me another one. So we have salt? Another one, big one. Cut, no? That thing was alive. What is this, sardines?
Mackerel.
Mackerel, eh? Good, you know. Yes, everything. From langoustine to sardine. What's this one? Sea bass. And this one? Sole. Oh, my sole. 1 minute. Very good. Okay. Fish roll. Thank you. Plug. Oh, well, here we go again. Perfectly cooked, eh? Oh. You're gonna love this. It really is the best soul I've had in memory. We can't escape him, Alexia. Can't believe it. 3 times. I only eat once a day, all day long. At this point in time, Pablo Neruda's poem Consequences kept repeating in my mind. To paraphrase, they do nothing all day but consume. They are worth thousands of mice. Or was it flies? I wasn't sure, but neither version did anything to make me feel good. Fortunately, just then, I ran into Mustafa. Yes, Mustafa. Jabré.
Hello. And the television, BBC.
Some would say that nature had been hard on Mustafa. After all, he was deprived of so many things we all take for granted. Not Mustafa. He managed to channel the energy a youth of his age has into expressing and sharing his love with the rest of the world through his paintings, his demeanor, and his smile. He let me enter his world, a world where there was no place for negativity, no flies, and no mice.
Good, good.
You're an artist.
Yeah. I feel.
Back home, without the distraction of food coming at me from all directions, I finally had time to make my chermoula and to use it in 3 seafood dishes. These are the basic ingredients for our chermoula, the one we like, that is. Olive oil, parsley, coriander, lemon, lime, ginger, garlic, salt, paprika, cumin, coriander, pepper, turmeric, and chili. So I'm going to blend all these together and make my basic chermoula. For steamed mollusks, mussels, clams, tomato, onions, celery leaves, parsley, saffron, chermoula sauce, and wine. And we put it on the fire over here. So it's been about 6 minutes. It should be open. Well, they are. That's wonderful. Look at those clams, mussels, and
Best sauce I've tried in a long time.
now we're going to make a salad. These look like prehistoric mammals. Picorocos from Chile. Look at this. Spielberg could have used these for Jurassic Park. Conch, which comes from the Caribbean. And we have some abalone. And what we're going to do is we're going to boil these, slice them thin, and put them in a salad of different greens. And we're going to make a vinaigrette with our chermoula, dried cranberries, raisins, caramelized or glazed ginger, pine nuts. So we're going to add a little bit of vinegar, a bit more lime and lemon. We soak our different dried fruit in a little bit of wine and a touch of vinegar just so it can swell. The picorocos should take about 15 minutes. So the conch will take about 20, 25, 30 minutes. There we are. Picoroco is cut these up for my salad. So I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of my chermoula into my prehistoric animal sauce, my animals. I'm going to add some of my nuts and the vinegar and wine, a few pine nuts, of lemon, avocado, coriander, and a touch of olive oil. What do you think? We have our lobster. our 3 scallops, and our 6 shrimp. And we're going to make them in the rest of the Chermoula sauce with a lot more lemon and lime, parsley, a lot of parsley and coriander, some olive oil, and some wine. Put lobster in dry, preheated non-stick pan. So you can see it's changed color, so it's doing okay. Then put on the scallops and the prawns, which are significantly smaller. In fact, as soon as they get ready, we'll take them out. I'm going to sear them on both sides. Our scallops and our shrimp don't take very long. Turn our lobster face down. Add a bit of wine. The rest of our Chermoula sauce. A little more olive oil. Touch of lime. Now we take our tamales from the inside of the lobster. We add those as well. And we let this just do its thing for about 5 more minutes. I'm going to put my shrimp and my scallops back in. Turn them over in 1 minute. And then leave them for another minute. And we have a ball game. Does that look yummy or what? I'm going to add a bit of olive oil because I can't resist. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. So I'm going to mix this up. If you want, you can put this through a blender, make it smooth. We're putting our parsley and our coriander in just to soften them a bit. So do it a little bit the way the Moroccans do. The Moroccans never have their herbs raw. And just a tad more oil. Again, I can't stop putting oil on this dish. Thank you. Salud. Cheers. Mustafa's paintings bring back why I will always remember Essaouira. My silver-toothed musician, my 3 Dada cooking muses, the hospitable hotel clerk, and proud barber, characters straight out of a Najib Mahfouz novel. All those friendly people giving so much for so little. The carefree and sometimes not so carefree children. How can you not love this place? As for the food, let's just say that was a bonus.